ladies and gents, friends and Gentiles. Appreciate you tuning in for another wonderful episode of Maybe I Love You podcast. My name is Sean.
I'm Dara.
And today we're going to talk about...
I'm so excited.
She's always excited about...
No, it's travel.
It's
so
travel.
This
She's
really
always
gets
excited
me
about
going.
travel. So anyways, recently we went to Nashville, Tennessee. I think that's just south of Mexico. So over in Tennessee, they have this place called Nashville. They do a lot of music and a lot of cool things. And obviously,
so
the trip planner over here.
Yes, well, I love planning trips, but I actually lived in Nashville for 5 years. I went to Belmont University, so this was like going back to a place that one time felt like home. We went for one of my friend's weddings, and we just lived it up. We did touristy things because Sean had never been there. And then we did some kind of just unique, quirky things. So we can't wait to tell you all about it, from where we stayed to what we ate to where we went. It was just an awesome trip. It was fun to be back, and we can't wait to share our findings with you. So if you happen to find yourself in Nashville, we have some great suggestions, and then also a blog where we both kind of write about everything we did. Okay. You get to talk too. Sorry, I'm so excited.
She's always excited.
Yes.
So, I guess first things first is in regards to organization. So to try to help you get through this vast city and quickly is we'll nail some kind of bullets, and then we'll bounce around to some things inside those bullets, and then we'll tell you kind of like what not to miss, what food to eat, where to stay, and then cool places to see. So, inside of that, starting
with maybe what to see.
Yeah, so I made a PowerPoint presentation.
Yes, he did.
And this is
so exciting.
Except it's right over my forehead. Okay, so if you could tell, this over here, this is the Music Country Hall of Fame, correct?
Yes.
Right.
So there's two, and
there's two country ones?
Well, there's two music ones.
Right.
To not get confused. There's Music Country Hall of Fame, which is the picture you're looking at.
Right.
And then there's the Musicians Hall of Fame. And the whole time I lived there, I had never done either. So we experienced them together.
Right.
So question for you. Which one did you think was more impressive? Or if somebody only could see one because of budget or time, which one would you recommend?
Well, it was cool about the country one was it had like tons of country. So there's some stuff. So like
there we are.
Okay, here's some records. They had like Elvis's car, a lot of country stuff. But I'll be honest, I'm not a really big country dude. So when it came to the musicians, on the other hand,
wait, this is interesting. Remember that room where they acknowledge all the people
and that ring, the ring
yes,
at the end?
Yes,
yeah, that was pretty cool.
All the people where they tell about like, hey, you've been in this Hall of Fame, but there was a person missing that we were like shocked by.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I could have grabbed a picture from that. I should have.
Yeah, that's all right.
Sub it later. So this was a record that I saw. This was why I really liked the place. So this record, you could like put pictures in it and have people sign. It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
That's all I got on that one. Okay, so this is what I really liked. So I liked this one because it was like every band, every type of band. So
now we're talking about the Musicians Hall of Fame?
This is the Musicians, yeah.
Okay.
So the Musicians one was...
I like that one more too, just FYI.
Yeah, it was cool because it had like every single type of music. I mean, from Motown to rap to country. So it wasn't just like in a box, but
it was interactive too. So I would say if like you're a huge country fan, it makes sense to go to the Music Country Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But there's so much of Nashville is like all about country that the musician one was kind of like who was behind the scenes, who produced it.
I think Elton John played on this one, and there was like this was the Elton John one.
Yeah.
It was so cool. Like you're literally standing next to it now.
Yeah. Okay. So that's our on museums. Now this is Belmont, which we had to stop at because it's where I went to school and I wanted Sean to see it. Quick shout out to Bongo Java. If you go across the street from Belmont, it's awesome coffee. I've spent many days doing homework there. Many a days studying for tests and music theory quizzes that I almost didn't pass. But
this was really impressive.
Yeah,
campus.
the school is gorgeous.
School is huge.
It's gorgeous.
I mean, like you can't even see it from the images. But I mean, the school, like, it was mammoth.
Yeah.
And then we walked into like a neighborhood where you can clearly see Belmont's buying more houses and then around the neighborhood.
It's grown so much since I even went to school there.
But here's a picture of us. This was really pretty. I remember the bears they had on campus.
look at Look
Yeah,
at it.
I was in love with that one.
Yeah, we have this weird thing where we try to take a picture with a bear everywhere we go.
No, she always laughs because I want to. There's my bear in me.
Yeah, because it started because of a movie he made me watch, and spoiler alert, in this movie,
It had a bear and it did some things.
And it-
okay,
yeah,
but it's a
people, like,
love story.
died. No,
she can't
no.
deny the love story. Okay, so here's
yeah,
her.
there we are. That's where I went to school for performing arts.
Yeah.
Great school. Anyways, so that's Belmont. The other real famous university there. There's Lipscomb, but then Vanderbilt, of course. So anyway.
Okay.
So moving on.
As far as what other cool things do you want to do while you're in Tennessee?
Okay, yeah, let's just talk about things because there's a list, obviously, and if you look at any website, you'll probably find the touristy things. But I would definitely say do a whiskey tour.
Oh, okay.
And there's Pennington where we went.
Right.
I thought it was really cool how they made whiskey, and I love whiskey, so it was great. They also had vodka there, so if you at this particular place, so if you don't like whiskey, you can try Pickers, their vodka.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything you want to talk about for the process? Or
Man,
anything? It was really cool.
It was. I had no idea what was the difference between like Kentucky whiskey and like rye and all that. But what was cool is like at the end we actually got to like taste like a bunch of different types.
Yeah.
What I determined is I really don't like the really
Like
high
the
proof.
rye?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, some of those were a little rough. So I've always wondered why I get heartburn so easy. I think it's because of certain whiskeys, but you
Yeah.
can read that in the blog.
Yeah, and we list on there like a bunch of other tours, but I really like that one, and they make everything in house and they ship it there, so I think that's cool. And you can also make your own concoction, like you can put together different things. So that's
Yeah.
kind of, and you can bottle your own whiskey, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So I'd recommend that tour for sure.
That was pretty cool. Now, as far as other places to see,
Yeah.
well, there is one. If you're a big fan of Johnny Cash,
Mm-hmm.
they have like a Johnny Cash museum, which we didn't hit.
No, we
our
ran out of
schedule was pretty
time.
busy, but we can walk by the windows at night. You can look in.
Yeah.
But inside of this place,
Dun dun dun.
there is a secret club, and it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was the Magic.
Yes, you
The
went to
Magic House of Cards.
It's not a secret as much anymore, but man, this is worth checking out. I
Yeah.
think this was one of the coolest things we did on the trip. If you do check it out, if you're a guy, you have to have a full suit. They want to keep it very classy.
Yeah.
But it's worth it. I wasn't sure if it was going to be cheesy or
I've seen a lot of. It sounds weird. I've seen a lot of magic shows in my day.
Geek out.
But as far as magic shows,
was
these
awesome.
guys were super impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, you know all the common moves and all this stuff, and you're watching their hands, and you're just like, wow, how did you do that?
Yeah.
And I'm even trying to throw him for a loop, and I'm throwing out things and I'm lying, and he's still making it happen. I was like, wait, I changed my number. How did you just know?
Okay, yeah. So like you get in there, you go down these stairs. I almost said scared because I was scared going
She
down the
was.
stairs. I was
Yeah,
like, is somebody
she's-
gonna jump out? But you go down the stairs and you eat, and basically there's all these magicians walking around doing like sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. And then if you buy an entree, you actually can go into the show, which we came from a wedding. So we were stuffed. We didn't eat, but we made friends with the manager, and he like hooked us up with tickets, and
Yeah.
it was so cool. I mean, just the whole place has a nice vibe. Cigars. There's
Yeah,
a
there's
cigar
a little cigar
lounge.
bar outside where you can go just chill out there and smoke some cigars. One of the cool pieces about it was just like the antiqueness of it. Like everything in there was like real. As far as like the antique
Yeah,
stuff.
like you're in the picture.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So if we pull it back open, I'll show you.
Yeah, show us the picture.
But even like on this tapestry on the wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
This black stone on the side. Him and the guy who owns this place, like apparently he was a big fan of the Magic Comedy Club out in LA.
Yeah.
Okay, and so he fell in love with this style. And so for like 3 or 4 years he bought up all the stuff that goes in this place. And like the tapestry, he was in a bidding war with David Copperfield
Yeah.
for that.
It's cool history.
Yeah, and like this room itself has like all these like secret mechanical things that
Yeah.
make all the illusions happen. So like, it's as you're having a dinner experience, Meanwhile, things are going on. It's like quote unquote a seance or whatever, you know.
No, I didn't participate in any of that. Clearly,
we didn't get it. We just saw. We looked at.
I was praying hard.
Yeah, but
no, but I will say one cool thing about like traveling with you is that you make friends with everyone. So we get a lot of cool information. Like we got to see some of the very unique cards that I don't know how far they dated
they
back.
were old,
I
like
mean,
American
there were some
Indian
rare
playing cards. Okay, anyhow, this place was cool.
It was great.
You know,
we got to move on.
Move on
But
to
it was
bigger
good.
and better things. So some of the other stuff.
Yep, that's the Parthenon. It's over by Vanderbilt. It's a really cool park.
It's like a park, and it has like Greek for all the people listening that can't see. So it's like a Greek building. Is that right? Like
Yeah.
And then inside of it, it has like this big statue made of gold. So,
Right.
but it's straight out of something you would see in a movie or something.
Yeah.
And it's middle of Nashville, so it's a little surprising. Okay, so we did walk across their big bridge in downtown.
bridge.
Now,
Yes.
speaking of, I mean, all the places, as far as like all those places are around, but like as far as hitting cool things, like downtown was really cool. Like I don't know if it's technically downtown Nashville, but I did find that to be really enjoyable. So like you got the printers. What was that one
Printers
called?
Alley.
Printers Alley.
So let me break it up really quick because Music Row is where all the bachelorettes go. It's the big.
It's called like Broadway, doesn't it, or something like
Yes,
that?
yeah. It's on. But basically, you just can hop bar to bar. All the country music stars have bars there. So whether it's Blake Shelton or who you name it, they've got a bar. But it's very touristy and it's about kind of just getting drunk. But if you want to hear really great music, there's other areas that we discovered that I think are so much better. So it's basically, do you want to party, just head downtown to Broadway, or do you want to have like a unique experience? So Printers Alley. So talk about that. So that was
Printers
really
Alley,
awesome.
We'll come back to Printers Alley when we go talk about the actual music venues, because there's a bunch of cool ones down here.
Yeah.
But you'd always see like the bachelorette groups, and
Yeah.
like it was pretty popping. So one of the ones that we really hit that was, I'm going to call it near downtown, but it definitely wasn't on Broadway or the main little strip, was I think it's called the Station Inn, right? The Station Inn. That was
That's
the first
Bluegrass.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Bluegrass place was pretty cool. It was like this little hole in the wall, okay? And they were doing all just random people just kind of like all started showing up.
Yeah.
And they're just walking in playing their instruments.
So the concept is basically, it's just people who love bluegrass, who are like professional magicians.
Magicians, yeah.
Magicians. They
Professional
magically make a fiddle
magicians.
appear.
No.
Musicians. I don't know why I can't say that word right now. And they all like do studio gigs. And they basically just come whenever they feel like showing up, and they just add on to the music. So whatever song's playing, they all know it, and they just show up and they start playing. So if you stay there for like an hour, you basically are going to just hear the music multiply, more harmonies. It's really cool. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we don't love bluegrass,
No,
but
we don't. It definitely wasn't
different.
at the top of my, let's come back tomorrow and we'll listen to some more bluegrass. No.
Yeah, but it's a cool experience.
It definitely was interesting. So outside of the bluegrass one, okay, they had that jazz place. Rudy's. Now that place was definitely had like this cool vibe.
Yes, kind of like a New York underground meets a New Orleans kind of scene. They had Creola food.
Crayola?
Is that not how you say it?
No, it's not.
Creole?
But the Creole.
It's like a crayon.
No, it's not a crayon either.
No. Okay,
No.
I don't know what I'm saying.
It's good.
They had
it's Creole.
food.
It's great food. It has this cool little like low roof, and the band plays in the corner piano. They had a bass that night, stand up bass. So it's real jazzy.
Yeah.
People were like snapping because they thought they were cool.
Very hipstery. I
yeah.
will say the girl we saw. I
Yeah,
don't
let's
know
not
if you're
talk
gonna
about
go
her.
there.
Okay, she
was-
did this weird. It was interesting. It was like jazz, but she had like this voice modulator, and needless to say, it sounded really weird. She's like, as she's singing, she's like, and scat that. You're like, well, wait, what was that?
It's like
and
the
you're like,
record froze or something.
yeah,
It
and
was
she's
weird.
pushing buttons, and
Skipping.
she's like, and it's like repeat. It's like yeah, it was experimental. I mean,
Yes.
the place was digging. She had a great voice. She
Digging.
Just, yeah,
It
yeah.
was digging all
It was
right.
digging. Piano
With
player,
the
all that.
Creole
Yeah,
food.
yeah, with the Crayola food. Yeah, I as far as other things to do in there, no, it was definitely just a jazz bar. You
Yeah.
couldn't really pull off anything other than just jazz in that place.
For sure.
Now, On to the cool place was Sambuca. I did dig that place.
Yes, yes. Okay, so Sambuca is in Dallas has a location, Plano to be specific, and Houston. And it was one of the very first dates we had. We met up there, and I had always remembered it from Nashville, but the Nashville one has a very different vibe. Wouldn't you agree?
I think the Nashville one, quite frankly, felt to me like the old Sambuca downtown Dallas. It was very much band. The Sambuca we went on our date was kind of more. It was more DJ friendly.
Yeah.
This one was kind of old school again, like what I would expect from a Sambuca. So it was pretty outside, good area. It was right next to like two other places we went that weekend.
Yeah, there's some taps. We'll get to those songwriter venues. They all have the word taps in them, but it was fun, and the food there I think is always great. Their appetizers were awesome, and it's just you get top notch people from Nashville playing. So, I mean, you really can't go wrong.
No, you really can't.
So,
I mean, you could go wrong, but then again...
We didn't go wrong.
No, we didn't. So, as far as next...
Oh, this
was a really cool joint. You got to go check it out.
Third and Lindsay.
Third and Lindsay, yeah.
Lindsay,
so, it was like...
We saw a Beatles cover band, but every night's different. It's friendly for kids, so it's like a place you could go and just hear music, and it's always different. But the Beatles cover band we saw they were great.
That was pretty cool.
It was really fun.
They had so Third and Lindsay, you could see is it was outside. It was kind of like just like in a shopping center. Surprisingly, when you got inside, it was bigger than I expected.
Yeah, I agreed.
But that was the Beatles band was playing. It has like a balcony up top and around. It was pretty cool. Now, as far as
are we to the singer-songwriter?
I think we are.
I'm so excited. Okay, so to me, this is Nashville. It's not about the Broadway where you hear more karaoke style singing. This is like where there's a bunch of singer-songwriters. Every hour it switches up. There's probably 4 to 6 on a stage, on stools. It's songs they wrote. It's what are you laughing about?
I'm just listening to you.
Oh yeah. It's songs they wrote.
She gets so excited.
And they tell the meaning of the song, which of course I love as a songwriter. And it's just so many different varieties. Like some of the people we heard, like give them an idea of how diverse it was.
It was just like a little group of people that would go up, and it was like almost three different bands, but it was like the lead singer from each band. There was this dude rapping.
Yeah.
So he goes up and does a rap tune. There was a dude that was doing country, and then a chick which is why we went there.
Yeah.
She had this really cool voice. So we went there, just got a drink, just trying to find something fun to do.
I could have stayed all week at all these different tap places because there's Alley Taps, Belcourt Taps, and Cabana Taps, and they're all amazing. In fact, the Alley Taps we went back to.
Yes,
that was the one.
Yeah.
Cabana was where the girl, she kind of reminded me of like a Lady Gaga. Her voice was awesome. And Belcourt was very like low key. They're small venues, but to me, if you want to hear good music, go to a place that ends in taps. That's my friendly advice.
Is that your rule?
Yeah.
I like the rule of thumb.
You like the rule?
No, not really.
Okay.
Okay, so next on our list.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, yeah, you're waiting on me.
I'm waiting on you. I think we should be to hotels, but maybe we got more.
Well, we got all the taps, all the places. Then there's some other like places we actually didn't hit, which were closed. The Grand Ole Opry.
Okay, so yeah, here's a few that you should definitely check out. Bluebird Cafe. They were closed. They were the ones still not open because of COVID, which was interesting. But that's real famous. And then Ryman and Grand Ole Opry and Puckett's, which is a grocery store and a place to eat and a place where there's singer-songwriters. And I performed there once. So fun little fact.
Fun fact.
Yeah. But there's so many places to hear music. So you're going to get lists of just touristy things and then some things that are a little off the beaten path that will feel more like the Nashville I knew when I lived there. Because, of course, I was surrounded by music at school all the time. So.
Well, good call.
Yeah.
Okay. So as far as, let's see, we have hotels.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about hotels.
Alrighty. Let's.
Let me pull this up full screen. Oh, did we talk about the barbecue joint? Oh,
no.
Oh, gosh. There were so many good ones.
Okay. Do you want to go back to the barbecue place?
I'm rewinding.
All right.
So I can get prepared.
All right. So I'll start by saying When it comes to a place to stay, for me, it is not just a place to lay your head. It is about an experience. So I spend way too many hours researching all sorts of unique Airbnbs or hotels, and Nashville is not short on cool experiences. So there's a lot of places that we have to talk about that are really, really cool to stay. So what do you got up first? On our
first up on the
screen
slideshow, I had to do some arrangements.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's
so
see.
we went and stayed at the Omni, which was downtown. That was pretty cool.
That was okay. That was my least favorite, but I liked it for the location.
Location
But the
was
rooms
great.
are nothing special.
You know, I thought the rooms were pretty. I
They
mean,
were
it wasn't
nice.
bad. I
Yeah.
mean, it had a good view.
It had a great view. You don't
beds
have
were
to call
comfy.
You don't have to call an Uber, which is nice. You
Yeah,
can
that
literally
is
walk,
nice.
which is nice.
What did you not like about the Omni? I mean,
Honestly, okay, because I'm like the critique of hotels. I felt like it's very corporate and it's what you would expect, but there's so many quirky places, which we're about to talk about, that are so unique. To me, for the money, I want something that's just so out of the box different. And Omni was like a typical, almost felt like a Marriott. So I really just said, let's stay one night there because it's a good location.
okay.
But it wouldn't be something. Another one we didn't stay at, but I highly recommend it, is Hermitage Hotel. If you're looking for a 5-star, fancy head to toe experience, and that's a great location too. I think it's off of 4th.
The what?
Hermitage Hotel.
Hermitage.
Hermitage Hotel.
Okay, that's pretty fancy. I read all about that one.
Yeah. But this,
Okay, so this was
The dream.
I think the fun one.
I loved this place.
I like this especially because like it felt like as a dude,
Sure.
You kind of feel like you're John Wick walking in some kind of like underground hotel. I mean, like it was nestled between two big ass buildings, and it was pretty. It was a cool entrance.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, if you're in Nashville and you're staying downtown, do not rent a car. I mean, that's a
Oh my
complete waste
goodness.
of money.
it's so expensive.
Yeah,
Every place
everything.
is
It's like
$50 and up
$50
for
a
valet.
night
Yeah.
to park your car.
And
So
it's equivalent to New York
Yeah.
City prices. As a girl, I
Yeah.
loved it because you walk in and there's an area with a pink car and flowers, and it caters, I think, to both.
that's the dream.
The Dream Hotel. I really loved that place, and the coolest thing about it by far is that through the back restaurant, you are right in Printer's Alley. You can
Right.
walk everywhere as far as that area to see music.
Yeah.
You can literally, you don't have to get a car anywhere. which
Printer's
is
Alley
nice.
is basically a place where everybody can it's like a whole
Bars
line of
and-
bars.
yeah.
So, you can go hit some blues, you can hit this. There's a whole bunch. It's just like a little street alley. Okay, and here's her in that cute little car covered in
Yeah.
flowers. I really like that thing.
I think there's a speakeasy called Dirty Little Secret, which is really cool. You can get to Alley Taps from there, which is the night we went 2 nights to hear that one guy. Man,
that guy was really good, though.
Awesome. It's very Instagrammable, the hotel. I mean, I
like the
loved
rooms. The rooms were pretty.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
were-
super comfortable. And then we had literally our window looked out onto like the street and then onto a wall, which was you never know when you need to look out onto a wall. But the bar
fact.
was really cool.
Yes, the restaurant.
And then that was definitely
It was
my
chic.
favorite.
It was
I thought it was
chic
very
and trendy.
chic. I thought it was my favorite.
Yeah. Now this is my favorite. We're about to talk about.
Girls,
Girls.
you guys, you're not ready for this next one.
Oh my
okay?
goodness. For a girls trip, bachelorette, it's the best. The Graduate Hotel. It's got a massive Dolly Parton by the rooftop pool.
It's pretty ridiculous.
The drinks are over the top.
Yeah.
It's so girly. It's so fun. It is where
There's
we
the Dolly
did.
Parton. I mean, literally, it's
Oh
like
my
what was it
goodness.
made out of? Like stucco with netting.
There was definitely netting or gauze on
Thousands
it.
of women take their picture in front of it.
The rooms have guitars, and some of them have. Ours had like a canopy, and it's obnoxious. It's pink. It's where we did our photo shoot.
If you notice this outfit, this was used in that place.
I think this place was just so cool. And if you can avoid a weekend, the prices are way better. Even we stayed a Sunday night, which was better than Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
So fun fact, if you just want to go even one night there, we highly recommend it, or at least as a girl,
Yeah.
I do. It was fun. The cocktails, I didn't think They were pricey.
They were extremely pricey.
I didn't think
but
they were great. But it's part of the
you're paying
experience.
you're paying for what you want. Like
Yeah.
you want to stay where Dolly would be happy. And look, I mean, how can you not with pinstripe pink?
Oh,
And
it was lovely.
it was so girly.
It was so girly. Oh, and then a shout out to the photographer. I found her on Airbnb.
Right.
It's Samantha's underscore. What am I trying to say? Suitcase.
Underscore. You got it right.
Samantha's Suitcase, and she was awesome. And she did our photo shoot there. She had never shot at The Graduate before, and it was just really fun. We had a great time. So.
Okay, so as far as one of the coolest hotels I think I've ever stayed in.
Oh, and we should just say real quick too, we bounced hotel to hotel each night. And
We had to try out a whole lot of hotels for you guys.
Yeah, and I don't
Out of no pleasure of ours. We did this for you, so you guys could really have the lowdown on which one's cool and why it's
and
cool.
I don't pack lightly. So
Yeah.
Poor Sean.
I had this. Okay, so this next one's really cool.
Yeah.
So this next one is the Russell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is not a hotel. It is a hotel
it's
that
a hotel.
used to be a church, and
Yes.
like this has long history. I mean, it's been around since like the
Yes,
1800s
you're right. I
or
got
something.
you. No. It was, I think, 1904.
Almost 1800s.
this-
My bad.
this-
Off by 5 years.
Whatever. This church, though, seriously had gone through a fire, a flood, tornado, all sorts of different things. And now it is a hotel with only 23 rooms. It's rated #1 on TripAdvisor for unique boutique experiences. Free parking, which is unheard of.
Yeah.
Very cool. And the rooms, you literally are sleeping in, the headboard is a pew, everything's stained glass. It's very unique. It's very unique. And I love their mission too. They give money back from every night you stay at the hotel to help with homelessness in Nashville. So their motto is basically that they want to help get rid of homelessness. So I think that's a cool mission as well.
Yeah. So, of the 4 hotels.
All right.
Okay, so we got the Omni, the
You know what
Dream
I'm gonna
Hotel,
choose.
the Graduate, the Russell,
Yeah.
and the Heindenberg, or whatever that one was that you talked about. What was that one?
Hermitage.
Yeah, that one.
Clearly we didn't stay
I
there,
didn't
but
stay that one.
I've stayed there before. It's really nice.
Which is your favorite?
I mean, I gotta go with the Graduate.
But you can't say the
because
Graduate. So what's your favorite?
I'd say Dream because of the location.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Stay at the Dream. I rest my case. Makes me happy.
Jeez.
She was cool with
if
it
I was
anyways.
going back with my girlfriends, though, I don't know.
Yeah, no, okay. Girl experience. Okay, got to give it to the girls with this one.
Graduate.
And I say girls. I mean, whoever would be happy staying where Dolly Parton would, you know.
Based on this shirt,
yeah.
I think there's some controversial.
I will say,
conversations
if
we could have.
you only have
The
one
lemons.
night you got to hit the Russell.
Just so different.
It's so different.
Yeah.
I mean, the beds are made out of pews. I mean, then you have like a sunroof into the attic.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's pretty- it's
one of those
different.
churches / hotels, you know, because I stay in a lot of church hotels. The only time I ever stayed in a church hotel was when I got dropped off on the front steps of that church when I was just a baby. And
Oh, jeez.
you know.
Poor little orphan Annie. I mean, Sean.
Okay, so now we ran down things to do,
Yeah.
music,
Yeah.
hotels.
Oh, yeah.
And we're gonna end with the most important.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
Food.
Food.
I mean, the reason why I did this because I know I'm gonna be so hungry after this. So as far as Tennessee,
Yeah.
Tennessee has every type of food you
Comfort,
can imagine.
though, is one of the
That's
big
their key.
categories.
But I mean, they
think
have
so.
everything.
Sure,
There's notable ones we didn't put on the list.
Okay.
That little kind of diner downtown that was open really late where we could get breakfast.
Yeah, it's like 5 stories and. It's,
No, not that one. Not the one where we looked at. I'm talking about the one we went and ate at really late and had a little
Sun
cool.
Records, I believe it's
that's
called.
the one.
It was good.
The staff was so sweet.
They were awesome.
The food was cool.
Yeah.
Everybody in there was having a great time. It
Yeah.
really had a diner feel.
Yeah.
Definitely want to check them out late at night when you're kind of hitting the streets.
Another one of my personal favorites because we didn't get to hit everything, but living there, Mafiosa's for me for pizza
Right.
and their meatballs. Oh my goodness, just go. Pablo Real, it's a little bit more towards the suburbs, getting into Franklin, which is a cool area as well. Pablo Real, I love Mexican, even from a Texan. I can
Okay.
say their food is awesome. We went to, speaking of Franklin, we went to Tupelo Honey.
Okay.
There, we had waffles and chicken because why not?
Why not?
And
That was good.
It
The
was
chicken
good.
and waffles. Okay, I got that on the list. Okay,
You
you're
do.
jumping ahead. These
Okay.
are honorable mentions.
Oh, okay.
And the
I'm
other
so
one
sorry.
was the place where we got that shrimp and grits. And then I got that fish
Yeah.
that I didn't like. What was that place?
let's just not mention them because
No,
I
I'm going to
would-
mention them.
No,
They need to be called out for
I
that.
would
It was a
never.
special.
I would never recommend the place.
I mean, the shrimp and grits was good.
Let's just move on. Honestly, it was so expensive. The bill was like, I don't even want to say. It was expensive. We took a friend, and it was a mistake.
It was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to recommend something to anyone
I-
listening that they'll be like, okay, I don't no longer trust
I want
them.
them to mail me some cooked fish again because
Yeah.
that thing was so bad.
They had a peanut butter pie that was good, but
Okay.
whatever. Okay. All right.
so now
getting
on to the
ones we
real
loved.
ones.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta hit the pancake
Oh,
pantry.
my goodness.
Okay, so
best.
that was. It's like they have 2 locations now. And they finally like just branched out recently. I think one's in Colorado and then one's
that
here.
true?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I missed
so,
that.
The pancake pantry is. I'll let you guess what it's made of. They make
Amazing
pancakes.
meatballs.
Oh yes, meatballs. They like to get you in the door and then they get you.
So we had classic, which was probably one of the best
You can't
pancakes
go. Yeah, it was,
I've
it was
ever
so
had.
fluffy.
It was amazing.
It was great.
Sweet potato.
The sweet potato one.
That was-
I like that.
that
I like
was
that.
great.
And it had like whipped cream or something on it.
And
that
then
was
a Santa Fe, which was with cornmeal.
cornmeal, and so it was kind of like.
I felt like I was
You're getting a
having-
breakfast, like
Yeah.
a cornbread
hearty.
breakfast.
It was good.
I was really
And I
good.
don't even really like cornbread that much. It was great though.
But it really had that diner feel. Not diner. It's more like
Like a New York, yeah.
yeah.
That's kind
So
of
like
how
you're
what you
getting
would
your
see.
breakfast. I mean, the line was so long.
It's worth it.
Yeah, worth it.
Worth
And
it.
there's a place across the street. We didn't go there because it wasn't the pancake pantry. So I don't know what that company's doing across the street, trying to steal business from the pancake people, opening another pancake house across. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Read the reviews.
Go to Pancake Pantry.
Okay, so as far as
More Southern food.
the most well-known biscuit place.
Oh
Would
yeah,
you-
for
would
sure.
you agree? I mean,
the
it's-
lady who was known for making the biscuits passed away years ago. Now I guess it's been, but the biscuits remain a legacy.
Yeah.
Good biscuits. Of course, we've got good biscuits in Texas too.
Yeah, but I was surprised
we're
as these
spoiled
biscuits
here.
were tiny. They were not big. Like
no, but they're good.
Yeah, they were
and
delicious.
they're jam. They do all homemade jam.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Ooh.
Doesn't that look? Right now, we're looking at pictures of biscuits with jelly. It's
yeah.
it's like food porn. I gotta be right. This is it's wrong.
Yeah, just what I was thinking.
Yeah. It was,
No, but there's a lot
so
of
good.
history there. Be prepared to wait like an hour, but it's worth it. I would say definitely breakfast over lunch. But
Yeah. I mean,
Both are
yeah.
good.
I mean, if you're gonna have to go for lunch, sure, you're in the area, but it was not close to the highway. I mean, you had to drive another
Yeah, it's
highway
in-
out
it's,
there and then 20 minutes off into the country.
it's in Bellevue, which is when I first moved to Nashville. That's where I lived, which is a ways from Belmont, but I commuted because I transferred in. So, anyways, yeah, check it out. Anything you read about Nashville, it'll probably mention.
Yeah.
Loveless Cafe for sure.
Okay, Tupelo. We
Honey-
talked about it because spoiler alert earlier.
Yeah, and they've got a lot of locations throughout the South, so it's not like
Yeah, I thought it was exclusive to them.
No,
like
it's not.
Tupelo, Mississippi is what I kind of think of.
Yeah.
Which is where Elvis was born. If you go to Tupelo, Mississippi, we'll have that later in an episode.
Sure.
But Tupelo, honey, this place had amazing chicken and waffles. It
I
was
agree.
great. And then they had cows. I really liked cow as a painting all over the wall. Remember those weird paintings and things they had all over that place?
we'll go with that.
You didn't like it? No, I thought it
I
was
don't
pretty
know.
cool.
Honestly, it's not going to be easy to get to if you're just downtown Nashville. So I wouldn't say it's something go out of your way to Uber to go to. But if you find yourself traveling outside of that bubble, yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
It was good. The breakfast was good.
Yeah, if you got a car and you want to spend $50 a night parking it downtown, and you're gonna have to justify the fact that you're parking it downtown, you got to go outside, and that's where you go.
I
is you
would
go
say that's a fun fact. Actually, we should give is don't rent a car.
No,
don't. The parking. You're better off from the airport just Ubering to the
it is
downtown
cheaper
area.
to hire an old man with a walker and climb on his shoulders to park in that downtown area.
Yeah, it's not worth the car.
I know because I hired 2 of them.
Yeah.
For one for each leg. Okay, so
Barbecue?
Now, okay, let's talk about Tennessee barbecue. Okay,
All right.
it is so revered as the best in the world Okay, I've seen a map. It was on MySpace, and it was completely accurate.
Wow, we're getting really
But
good information.
I'm gonna be frank. I was a little disappointed. Not in the fact that the barbecue. It was good. It was good, but it was no Texas barbecue.
I agree. I've had Memphis and Nashville and Texas barbecue. And I must say, I'm for Texas. And Sean over here won't brag on himself, but I bought him a smoker for Christmas.
I'm pretty good.
And his barbecue was better than Martin's, which I burped up all day.
Here's one of the weird things they put on it. It was taco seasoning.
Yeah.
Look, there's me licking my chaps with my fingers dirty. I was really surprised on the taco seasoning on it because it was like one of those.
I think that's what made me burp.
Yeah, and it was
lot.
hours and hours.
And the line, it was so long, but honestly, I don't know. The other places that's right off of Broadway is Jack's. I think that's a little better. We didn't hit it, but I would just say we're spoiled in Dallas, and you make amazing smoked barbecue, ribs and pulled pork. Yeah,
smoked barbecue.
And I wish I could have more information to share because you got to do barbecue when you're in Nashville.
Yeah,
I'd say Jack's over Martin's though. That's my. There'll be a great debate
hold on.
online.
We went to Martin's.
We did.
Okay, this whole time I was thinking it was Jack's and Martin, like two dudes got together.
No, Jack's.
We didn't hit Jack's.
We didn't hit Jack's. So I've been there many times. It is right in the central area.
And did you just say you like Jack's more than Martin's?
Well, here's the thing.
You took me to Martin's when you lived there.
Here's why. Because when I compare Texas barbecue to Jack's, Texas is better. I'd never gone to Martin's, but the reviews were basically the debate is what's better. And Martin's was kind of in the lead. So I'm like, we'll try it. It's new. And then we get there. The lines are super long, which Jack's is normally too. So I figured, all right, let's try something new because I think Texas has better than Jack's. So this is probably really mean to the people in Nashville, but I think we've got you beat in Texas.
Oh, hands down.
That's really the bottom line.
I've been barbecuing my own smoking stuff for a while.
Wow.
And since Christmas. And I got you beat. And I've seen people that are experts out there.
Yeah.
And have you heard about the left-legged cow? That's how they determine what's a... I mean, these Texans, they know. No. They watch a cow
this is news to
and
me.
how it sleeps. And if it sleeps on its left leg, they know it's a left-footed, left-handed cow. Means that the right breast is going to be tender. That's what they go for.
I didn't know
Tennessee
any of
doesn't
this.
know any of this. I'm just telling you, hands down, this is discovered.
I guess we shouldn't hate on a place we enjoyed visiting to end this podcast, but I would say.
Do you recognize that shirt? Oh gosh, how does she talk me into this?
Yeah, the lemons were fun. Don't ask us why. I just thought it would be fun and a pop of color.
We used it on our wedding invitations.
Graduate hotel. Yeah, we did.
They're super cute.
But I mean, overall, I guess if we were looking at Nashville as a whole, it's a great place to get away. I think, what would you say you really need minimum time there to see everything?
At least 3 nights.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, 3 nights is what you need to really, really enjoy it.
Yep. And there's something about the weekend with the music all hours of the night and but if you can find a last minute deal to go, I mean, definitely add it to your list if you've never been. Nashville.
Plane tickets can be pretty cheap right now.
Right.
So, utilize this while the prices are good.
Yep.
As far as places to stay out of them, if you're a girl, definitely stay at the Graduate. Mm-hmm. Second best, I'd probably put it at the Dream.
Yep.
But if you only have one night, you got to go. I think so. That's
Russell.
It's just never.
I
You're
guess
never going to stay somewhere like that.
at a church again. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to hit that.
Yep.
But if you're, if other than that, I definitely enjoyed seeing your campus, the Belmont. That was pretty.
Music-wise, hit all the tap places. I think it's just a very unique singer-songwriter, very classic Nashville experience for sure. Worth checking out. And then the House of Cards for the Magic thing was just very different.
You have to.
I think that's worth it.
Make sure you bring a jacket.
Yeah.
She said it earlier. If you don't have a jacket,
you can't get in. They will, no exceptions.
Yeah. So it's like kind of like a speakeasy in essence of sneaking through a door.
Yeah.
But I mean, I mean, other than that place out in, California, that's the only place I've heard anything close to it. So,
Yep.
I hope this helped you guys. Make sure you read the blog, because the blog
Yes.
goes into a lot more details, has links.
Yep.
We got to give a shout out to Scott's Flights. Isn't that Scott's Flights?
Sure.
To give a shout out to those guys, because we haven't used them yet, but they have really cool pricing on all their flights, and Airbnb for hooking us up with the photographer, which we'll put in the link.
Yeah.
It's something fun that we'd like to do is the photo shoots. She likes to do. I just monkey myself around.
Sounded like it was a week.
Yeah, I don't know where the we got more crazy costumes.
Oh, and then somebody on my Instagram commented about the outfits, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. Where did you buy these outfits?" And surprise,
You'll never guess.
Amazon.
Yeah, wow, crazy.
Amazon.
Bezos is sitting over there like, these idiots are buying more banana shirts. So are these bananas?
No, those are
they're
lemons.
Oh,
We did do a banana one.
I have more than one of these kind of
in
weird
Costa
shirts.
Rica, but we'll get to that one.
We'll show you all about
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
Hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys had some fun with us. Most importantly is if you have any questions about traveling, hit up Dara. She knows everything. Like, it's crazy how
I
cool
love it. I love.
This was fun.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we do.
Until next time.
Until next time.